Hello guys, and you join me back with the Suzuki Swift Sport. And if you didn't already know, I was with this car a few months ago where Suzuki invited me to Ireland for a press launch of the actual car itself. And they've kindly given me the car once again for a week to test it out and just hoon it around again. I can't argue with that, I suppose. But yes, today's video, if you haven't seen from the title, is all about the 5 things I like about the Swift Sport. And to try and keep it as short as possible, I'm going to get to point 1 straight away. So, point 1, and point 1 has to be the looks. I think the Swift Sport looks absolutely fantastic. The exterior of this just looks unreal. And when you look at this compared to its cooking models, i.e. the SZ5 or anything like that in the Swift model, you can definitely tell it apart. And that's better than saying with the Fiesta ST, because the Fiesta ST you can't really tell it apart from the ST line. So yeah, the front end all the way to the back end, I think Suzuki have done an amazing job making this as aggressive as possible, but keeping it very subtle as well. So I think, yeah, that is a good point 1 to start the video with. Point 2 has to be the handling. Now, Suzuki, before they launched it, and I actually did touch upon this in my video with Aaron from Car Obsession when we was in Ireland, and we both agreed that we liked how Suzuki have made this the lightest car in class. Now, roughly, don't quote on me, I haven't revised all the figures, but this is around 980 kilos, and wow, that is unbelievable. And that's thanks to Suzuki's clever engineering in how they've used lightweight steel, which is, I think, 3 or 4 times stronger than normal steel. And what that means is they've managed to do things like craft the A-pillars so you get better visibility without compromising safety. And also, all the lightness means fun to drive. And when you watch the video, I'll put a link in the description or in a banner above how the Swift Sport drove on track and just on the roads in general. The thing is absolutely sublime. And coupled with handling, which I'll talk about later on, yeah, it's just made it such a great package. So that's point 2. So point 3, it's got to be the engine. Now, I'm not going to gloss too much over it because I've already said a lot of it in my video in Ireland, but this is from a Vitara S. Now, it's a 1.4 booster jet engine and boasts a power output of around 140 brake horsepower, and the torque is around 250. Don't quote me on that. Again, I haven't revised my figures, sorry Suzuki. But you don't really need to know the power figures, because when you jump in from the previous Swift Sport to this one, you notice a hell of a lot of difference. And I think the torque difference from the old one is about 70 Newton meters, around that. And that's a big, big difference, considering that this is lighter as well. So, yes, the engine is from a Vitara S, but the fact that it's been utilised to be put in this car is just fantastic. And the way that Suzuki have done it, and the way they thought of that engine to use, is quite astounding, really, considering that every other Swift Sport has been NA. And yes, the die-hard fans are going to go, why didn't you keep it NA? Well, yeah, as much as you like to rev it out, it kind of got a little bit tiresome when you try to get more power when you're going through corners and stuff. So actually, I do approve that the engine has been chosen for this car. Now, point 4 has to be economy. Now, Suzuki claim that this will do 50 miles to the gallon. And to be fair, they've always been quite good on their figures. Some will say about their power figures, but that's another story. And I mean, that's a good thing, because lots of people have been dynoing these and they've been getting probably about 10-15 brake more than what Suzuki claim. So it's pretty good. But back to fuel economy. So yeah, as I said, they claim that this can do 50 miles to the gallon. And when me and Aaron were in Ireland, test driving this, we didn't really get a feel for fuel economy, because pretty much we were just driving like bellends everywhere. But now that I've had the car for a week, I've done a bit of both in terms of hooning and just commuting from work to and from work. And it's safe to say that I've been getting around 45-46 miles to the gallon. So give or take 4 miles, yeah, it's pretty good. So good job, Suzuki. So now lastly we get to point 5, and that has to be the amount of equipment you get on this car. And bearing in mind there is no optional extras apart from the paint, which is Champion Yellow, which I'm actually in, and I think that's around £500. But other than that, everything else is standard on this car, and it's quite staggering, really. So all the paint, apart from the yellow, and all the safety features and the infotainment stuff like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, the safety features to name a few. We've got collision assist, lane departure, we've got high beam assist. So basically what happens is when you're driving along, it's quite a cool feature actually. You're driving along, you leave the stalk as if you've got full beams on, but it detects cars coming towards you and actually light around, so it basically automatically turns it off as soon as it sees a car. So that's quite a cool feature, and that's not really seen much in these sort of cars, so that's quite cool. And then back to the infotainment system, we've actually got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The screen itself is, we'll gloss over that, probably talk about that in the next video, but Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, I've been using Apple CarPlay, and finally we've got Waze on Apple CarPlay, so that's a big feature and kind of gets rid of sat-nav completely. So yeah, lots of equipment, and I think generally for the price, again I'll talk about the price in the next video because I kind of don't like the price, but I can kind of understand where the price has come from, so that will be again spoke about in the next video. But without me whittering on anymore, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the car, please feel free to leave your comments in the comment box below. And if you're not subscribed to me already, make sure you do. And I'm not even going to bother about the bell bit because that's just not important. But yes, if you haven't subscribed to me already, please feel free to leave a subscription. I appreciate everyone that watches, and yeah, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.